If an earthquake struck right now, are you ready? Are you ready? You can't really predict them, but there are some things you could do to prepare for one. And one of the best ways to prepare for an earthquake is to have an earthquake survival kit ready to go in case you find yourself in a situation where you don't have electricity or running water. I live in California and I do have an earthquake kit, but it's old, it's outdated, and I've been meaning to refresh it for a while now. So I thought I'd create a quick little video to show you how to put together a great earthquake kit. I live in Northern California, where an earthquake can strike pretty much at any time. We have like 7 fault lines just going through the Bay Area itself. The last major earthquake we had was the Loma Prieta earthquake in 1989. I was in 3rd grade at the time, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was playing with some friends in my backyard, and we just ran out into the open space and covered our heads, and luckily we were fine. But we also knew exactly what to do, because growing up and going to school in California, you go through a lot of earthquake drills. And at the time, the experts were saying that's not even the big one. The big one is going to happen in the next 30 years. And 1989 was, 36 years ago, But the Earth's crust moves so slowly that I'm guessing any estimates on the geological time frame must be, give or take, hundreds or even thousands of years. But don't quote me on that. So here's the earthquake kit that we have right now. I set it up more than 5 years ago. It's old and it needs to be refreshed. You can see it's disorganized. And if you take a look, some of the things are even expired. And we've had some life events that make this kit pretty outdated. Like we had a couple kids and got married and things like that. So let's get into what actually goes into a quake kit. Think like this. You want to be ready in case you find yourself with no power, no water, no food, and no internet for 3 to 4 days. You want to adopt the mindset, hope for the best, plan for the worst. The worst case scenario is you wake up in the middle of the night as your house is burning down, and as you're running out of your home, you grab whatever you can get your hands on to survive off of for the next few days. But a much more likely scenario is you might find yourself with no power and no food or water for a few days, which for a lot of us would actually be really challenging, especially if you have young kids. So I'm going to build a kit for that worst case doomsday scenario, even though I hope I never have to use it. So one other thing, the survival kit I'm going to build will be just as handy in other natural disaster situations, like a flood, a fire, a hurricane, things like that. So no matter where you live, having a survival kit like this around is a good idea. Okay, let's get to actually putting the kit together. The first thing you want to do is make a list of the things you need. If you do a quick Google search for how to make an earthquake kit, you'll find a great place to start. Basically, you want to have enough food, water, and other essentials to survive for 3 days. That's the recommendation. Also, make sure you have at least 3 days worth of any really important medications on hand. Oh yeah, you'll probably also want a large container to put everything into. In case you're interested, there's a link to the Quake Kit list I put together in the description. So here's everything I think we need. I got everything from Amazon, Target, the grocery store, and the local hardware store. We have a first aid kit, survival blankets, dust masks, toothbrush, small tractor burner, soap, toilet paper, paper towels, toothbrushes, toothpaste, floss, feminine hygiene, deodorant, hand soap, shampoo, diapers, wet wipes, diaper cream, changing pad, garbage bags, disposable cups, bowls, and utensils, Leatherman tool, water filter kit, jet boil, extension cord, duct tape, nylon cord, zip ties, pen and notepad, flashlight, whistle, gloves, waterproof matches, lighter, adjustable wrench, utility knife, screwdriver, fire extinguisher, extra batteries, NOAA hand crank radio, device chargers, spare clothes, and 3 days of extra food for 4 people. I also set up a rack next to the earthquake kit where I put some of the extra water, a power bank, fire extinguisher, and some other bulky items. Now that I have everything I need, let's organize it a bit and put it all in my bin. I also stuck an Outlinx QR Smart Sticker on the bin. If you don't know about these, Outlinx are QR codes you can use for things like sticking digital notes to stuff for future reference. For this Outlinx, I connected it to a page where I keep a link to the spreadsheet that has the contents of my quake kit. I also added a picture of the things in the bin and a picture of the food expiration dates. This just helps me keep the bin organized and maintain it in the future. These things are super useful for a variety of things. Check them out. I'll also add a link to the description where you can learn more about these Outlinx QR stickers. Oh yeah, so let me tell you more about the bin that I put everything into. In case of an emergency, you want to be able to quickly access your earthquake survival kit and move it outside. I highly recommend you get a big bin with wheels and a handle. I like a big bin like this just because it can hold a ton of stuff. If you have a couple suitcases around with wheels, that could work too. This is a Remington heavy-duty rolling storage trunk that I got from Home Depot. It's also really important to store your quake kit in a place where it'll be easy to get to and take outside in case of an emergency. I put ours in the garage right next to the garage door. Okay, now my quake kit is refreshed. I feel better knowing my family is a little more prepared in case a big earthquake hits. Check some links in the description if you'd like to learn more about how to put an earthquake kit together for yourself.